Okay, so we are recording again. I decide for today to make a presentation about how to make the earth ceremony or the earth offering. And we have the help of Nalan today. Hello.
Hello.
So with your help, I want to explain what I know about this kind of, we can call it ceremony or ritual. There is some probably more complex way to do it if somebody want to study especially the Peruvian style in the mountain, what they call Despacho. I have something similar which I get inspired from there, but I don't do it exactly the same how they do it. For this, I usually use a sheet of paper, which should be quite big. Depend also how many people are involved into the process and how big you want to make the offering. And then the idea is to create a kind of mandala. It's good to be done in a day when it's not raining, because otherwise the paper will get wet, and also if what is under the paper is also wet, then the paper is getting soft and breaking. So it's important that the paper stays dry. We can work on that, and then later on we can fold it. So the idea is to choose a place which is good to be a place where later on not so many people walk, or nobody is doing any kind of agricultural or any kind of other work to dig in the place where later on we place the paper, because the idea is to make a hole in the ground, and then so you have a place where you make the hole. You have a place where if you want you can organize an altar, and then next to that somewhere it's a place where you can put on the ground the paper. And then on the paper to create a kind of mandala, also for the beauty and also for the energy, with all kind of ingredients. In this case, it's not important to be only dry things because they don't need to burn. They will decompose with the time, so therefore you can use basically anything which is natural according with your intuition, according with your beauty style and what you have available. So you can use including fruits, flowers, grains, spices, even notes, like writing a note on a paper. You can even make all kinds of things from paper and then put them there, like flowers or a small painting or whatever you think you want to do. You can also play with clay and paint the clay and then use that. So anything that can be decomposed in time by sitting in the ground. And then the difference between the fire ceremony and this earth ceremony is that we don't have to put the things separate one by one. Like in the case of the fire ceremony, I was recommending to be prepared 3 plates. Here they are not 3 separate things, it's one sheet of paper which is for everything. So therefore we don't need 3 separate plates. Only on the sheet of paper we will do everything, and then we connect with every item the intention for whom we put that and for what. I don't remember, did you make any fire ceremony until now?
Yeah, I did here in my room with my mother.
So you remember that it was things that we dedicate for the, let's say, the high spirits, things that were dedicated for the people in the ceremony, and things that have been dedicated for the others in 3 sequence. In this case, they will be all of them placed on the same sheet of paper. The way how I recommend the people to do with this It's either to have like a tray or something when there are many different kind of things with prepare offerings, and then from there people take how much they want, and then from there they place it on the mandala, and then later on whatever is left over it will be put back into the bags. Or can be done the same thing as a basket with many bags with many different kind of things and also fruits and things, and then when the time is coming the people just start to organize the mandala. It's very beautiful to be done this on the ground, meaning by sitting on the ground, if it's possible even barefoot, if it's warm enough, and to sit in a circle. And this mandala to be either in the middle, either on a side, close to the hole, or the hole and everything to be in the middle of the circle. And then the people go one by one and organize their items. In the Peruvian style, they also do offerings with coca leaves, but being Europe or somewhere else, that will not be easy to do. So what I recommend is that either the whole is already prepared before or can be done also as a part of the ritual. So let's say we do it part of the ritual. So we have the people, doesn't matter how many, we make a circle on the ground, and in the middle the place where later on it will be the hole. Then it's nice when the people, for example, hold hands for a while, and then together they make a kind of opening prayer, setting a general intention for the whole ceremony. After that, somebody from the group, usually one person is enough, is going and dig the hole. While the person is digging the hole, the people, for example, can sing. Also, the people like to do that, to sing. So they sing while the person is digging the hole. When the hole is finished, the one which is conducting the ceremony is going and place the paper next to the hole. It's good to be fixed with some pieces of ground or with some stone that the wind is not blowing the sheet of paper. Even in the middle, on the corners and in the middle, or how much is necessary according with the wind. And then the one who are helping the organizer will provide the tray or the basket or whatever is prepared with the offerings. Most of the people like to connect also with tobacco, because tobacco is a very powerful medicine which can be used for connection. In some places what the people have, it's very common to use the tobacco circle with the tobacco pipe. So with the people have a tobacco pipe, the traditional one, and then they share it with everybody in the beginning. If it's not such a situation, also can be share a big cigar. So the one which is conducting the ceremony is puffing a little bit the cigar, and then is giving to the second one, and then is making the whole circle. And with that, the people connect with the smoke, they can connect with the earth, with the elements, and also they can also phrase loud if they want their intention for the ceremony, their personal intention. And then they go one by one to the hole and start to place the items wherever they design to do in the mandala. And while they do that, again, the people can sing around or they can keep silent according with individual style. It's important that while somebody is doing something, the other people stay focused and not just hanging around and or whatever. It's good to be focused there because still it's a ceremony. It's not a, how to say, barbecue, that everybody is doing something else.
What do they sing?
whatever they feel appropriate. Can be a traditional song, can be just something, can be songs from the ceremonies, whatever they feel to sing. Or it can be also meditation, record music,
Mantras.
and then the people just pay attention to what the person is doing, or meditate, or dance. Also that can be. Just the thing is that it's important that there is focus into what is happening there. I mean, dance, when I say dance, not everybody, because if everybody is dancing and one is putting the things in the middle, still kind of not necessarily everybody is attentive to what is happening in the middle. The other thing is that also, like the fire ceremony, also this ceremony, while the people put the offering and sometimes they speak, one process of somebody can trigger the process of somebody else. So therefore, it's in a way it's more important to stay focused and to watch what is happening, even it's a kind of monotonous. And also, it's good if the people want to say something according with their intention, or a kind of little story about something that it's, how to say, related to the intention, why they do what they do. So then everybody can have something to pay attention to. Also, doesn't have to be very long. I mean, it takes a few minutes for each person to be there in the center, so it's not a very, very long thing. Or it can be that somebody is going and doing that, then coming back, then some or 2-3 people doing that, coming back, a song, a dance, and then again 2-3 people doing that, come back. So it's not too much monotonous. The people also have time to move a little bit and to, how to say, to be more active, and then again to can focus again. And the thing is that as soon that everybody went and placed whatever they need to place, offering, notes, whatever, can be also stones, can be also feathers, can be a book, if somebody want to do that. What I want is to be understood the process. While the things that have been offered in this case will decompose, they will continue feed the intention of whatever you put there. So therefore, it's a slow, continuous and long-term process of energy support. It's not like with a fire. You put it now, it burns, it's now, and then it's lasting for some time. This one, the support of the intention, it may start a little later. You may see that nothing is happening for a while, but then it's starting, but then when it's starting, you may realize that it's lasting. So therefore, it's very important to be careful what you ask for, because when that energy it will be triggered, it will last, and then if you don't want it, then you have to fight against your will. It's kind of inevitable because it's coming your way, and it's not helping with anything to go and dig the things out. Actually, it's not a good idea to do that. So once you dig them, leave them there and never touch them again. And therefore, it's very important to be in a place where, as much as possible, nobody ever will touch that place. And also, it's good that when you do that, you can also, for example, sprinkle some water, like a blessing, the thing. You can also add a little oil if you want in the end. You can put some incense, or not incense, essential oils. So it's kind of blessing ritual in the end of the whole offering. You can also smudge with incense and put some blessings and prayers there. And then when everything is done, then you can fold it. And also you can do it very simple, or you can do it a little more like kind of 4 and then 8, and then I don't know how many times you want to keep on folding it. Some people like, and also can be nice, to be tied with a rope. So you have a rope under, or you place it later on, and then in the end you make a cross or something, whatever form you want to tie it in the end, and make a flower, or maybe put some extra flowers in the end with a knot. And then in the end, again, put some things on the, like some petals from flowers into the hole, and maybe again with some incense, blessing the hole, and with tobacco, cleansing the place. And then in the end, place the whole thing into the ground. And then also can be like everybody's coming and put a hand of ground. So they are all of them participating into the process. Again, with the last prayer, with the last intention, with the last thing. And then in the end, the one who opened the hole or somebody else, it's closing completely everything. And then in some cases, it's also nice to build a little bit of structure, or at least one stone, which is kind of closing, to say, okay, this stays here. Or you can create a little bit of stone structure, and then again, on top of that, temporary, you can put some flowers, and then with the time they will be taken by the nature, and then it's remaining only the stones. So basically, it's not a complicated ritual. It's much more, in a way, also the earth style attitude of having patience to focus for a long period of time. Because this is the earth style. You need to be patient, to have endurance, and to can resist for a long time. So even the attitude during the ceremony, it can be very much in connection with that. To be patient, for everybody to do what they need to do without getting distracted and without getting bored or unfocused. So the whole ceremony, it also can be a practice of developing these kind of qualities. So not complicated, can be very helpful, and also can be done, for example, with the time, according with the month. If it's a month which is in a earth element, then it's excellent to do this. If it's a month of a fire element, it's good to do a fire ceremony. If it's a month on the water element, then later on, when I explain, it will be good to do a water ceremony. And also can be done for the air. For the air, it's a little bit more delicate, but still possible. And with the time, we'll provide all this information. How it's for you? I was clear enough how I explain, or is something more that you think is necessary to be explained more?
I had the whole process in my mind, actually. It's clear to me.
So it's simple. Okay. So this is what I wanted to share for today. Hopefully everybody will try at least one time to see what is giving, and then later on they can decide whenever they need to do something like this.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you for your participation, and then let's see what else we'll do later on. Bye bye.